I can't wait to live in a world where people have the hope that they're going to find where their missing loved one is. They're going to figure out what happened and get justice for their crime.
It's the new technology that's helped Toronto police crack 3 high-profile cold cases and could be the key in solving dozens more. It's called forensic genetic genealogy, and the American company behind it says that they are bringing closure to families who've been waiting decades for answers. That company is called Othram Incorporated, based just out of Houston, Texas, and it says it's helped solve more than 1,000 cold cases across North America. Just last week, it was announced that Othram Incorporated helped Toronto police identify a suspect in the 1983 sex assault and murders of Susan Tice and Aaron Gilmore. Just 2 years ago, the same company identified the true killer in the Christine Jessup case from 1984.
We purpose-built the first lab in the world that is actually built to identify perpetrators and victims from crime scenes using this advanced genomic sequencing. We have the most powerful sequencer on Earth right now.
That sequencer is able to pull genetic information from evidence that has otherwise led to decades of dead ends for investigators. That info is then compared to consumer DNA testing profiles that have been voluntarily uploaded to websites like Othram's DNAsolves.com. If a familial match is made, it helps law enforcement flush out more about an unidentified suspect and can shed light on the many victims who have gone nameless for years.
We have been able to identify a victim from 1881. You can imagine the degradation from DNA found outside of a barn in 1881. We've been able to identify a victim that was in a septic tank in Canada, actually, another Canadian case.
And the technology allows these cases to be cracked using tiny traces of evidence. Middleman says her company has the record for the lowest amount of DNA used to solve a case.
We had only 0.12 nanograms of DNA. That's the equivalent of 15 human cells. If I touch my hand, I've left hundreds of cells.
Just recently, Othram worked with the FBI to identify the victim and potential suspect in the 50-year-old Lady of the Dunes case, the oldest standing cold case in the state of Massachusetts. Middleman tells CityNews her company is currently working on about 30 Toronto police cases. And although she would not provide further details, she says she is confident more cases can be solved.
We ran our first case early 2019. We solved a few cases a year, and then we solved a few cases a month, and then a few cases a week. And now it's a few cases a day that we're returning investigative leads back on.
Othram has now partnered with federal police in Australia, and Middleman tells us that she hopes the new technology will act as a deterrent to those criminals who think they may get away with murder. At Toronto Police Headquarters, Tammie Sutherland, City News.